All right. So the reason that I wanted to talk to you, first of all, thank you so much for coming to this call tonight. It's so good to see your faces again. I haven't done this in so long, but I love seeing all of y'all. It's so much fun. So a lot of people, when they sign up as new ambassadors, the first thing that I hear from them is, okay, they'll make a great post on Facebook and we're like, yay, I'm doing Plexus. It's so great. My friend Jana has seen these results, and so I'm excited to start. And then they get likes, they get comments. And so I'll say to that person, hey, have you messaged the people who liked or commented on your post? And they'll say, oh, I haven't done that. I'm not going to be one of those people that sell stuff. I'm like, okay. So, and I hear that over and over again. I don't want to be one of those people. And you know what I'm talking about. I guess you can unmute yourself, because I want to hear some words from you of what those people mean. Like, whenever you think of those people who sell stuff, what does that mean for you? So unmute yourself and then say a word, if you don't mind. Can you do that? I'm not sure if you can. I'm going to unmute all of you.
Annoying.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead and just say some words that you think of when you think of those people.
Annoying.
Annoying. What else?
Pushy.
Tacky.
Pushy.
Tacky.
Tacky.
Graphic-y.
What?
Graphic-y.
Graphic-y.
Yeah.
That's a word. We're going to say that's a word.
Desperate.
Desperate.
Ooh.
Good one.
Vulture.
What?
Oh.
Vulture.
Vulture. Woo!
Ooh.
Some strong words. Okay. Those are good. Those are good. So I'm going to meet you all again. So we have annoying, pushy, tacky, graphic-y, desperate, and a vulture. Those are the kind of people that we associate with sales, selling things. I mean, sales people have a bad rep. They just do. Car salesmen, any kind of sales, it's like, oh, we don't know about that. But the truth is that you are selling something every day. If you go to a new restaurant and you like it, you say to your friend, hey, you should go to this restaurant. You're selling that restaurant. You're not doing it in a way that benefits you necessarily, unless you own the restaurant, but you're still selling something. If you're in college and you have a presentation, you're selling that presentation. That benefits you. So we are selling things every single day. So how do we work our business without having the characteristics that are typically defined by those people? Because we do not want to be annoying, pushy, tacky. We are not that. That is not what this team is. That is not what these people are. The people that I know, at least on this team, are not like that. And I'm sure if you're like that, your friends are probably not like that either. So there are two huge things to be successful in Plexus that you have got to learn how to do. And I say learn as a skill. This is a skilled thing. You've got to learn it. The more proficient you are at this, the better your success will be. And that is marketing your products and talking to people about your products. And when I say products, I mean Plexus as a whole, not Triplex, not BioCleanse. Marketing Plexus, talking to people about Plexus. So I'm going to split that up into two things. And I'm going to talk about first marketing, how to market well. If you haven't already listened to this call, I'm going to tell you there's a call by Carissa Casey. She's our sponsor, or my sponsor, our upline. She has a call called Stop Selling, Start Inspiring. It is great. It's just great. I'll put it in the comments. I'll put this video on our page and I'll put that in the comments because it's really, really great. So there's another video called, it's a TED Talk by Simon Sinek, and it's called Finding Your Why. And we all talk about your why, like figure out your why for your business. That will motivate you. But also figure out why why do you care about Plexus? What has it done for you? What can you do for other people? So a lot of times those annoying, salesy, pushy, tacky people on Facebook, I'm just going to use Facebook as a social media example. When you think about those people, they are constantly spewing the what. What is the product? We have leggings that are great. We have lipstick that's great. We have face skincare that's wonderful. And this is what we have. This is what we have. This is what we have. Well, that's just basically an ad on Facebook. And someone's going to scroll right through it, just like if you post about BioCleanse being full of oranges and lemons, that's great. And the information that we have about our products is wonderful and should not be thrown to the wayside, but it is a what. And I would say limit the what posts, because the why is important, but also the who is important. So limit your what post about what it is, and people will care about the why. Like, why, how have these products helped you? Why are you telling me this? I want to see your story. One of the reasons why I feel like I have been successful with Plexus, because I tell a story. I tell my story. I tell the people. Now, another thing I do is I don't tell stories of people that I don't really know, because I just happen to know a lot of people who have had success with Plexus, and you can get them from the Life-Changing Plexus Testimonies is all Tamer Holloway's team. You can look on the Paladin page, you can look on the Empowered page, you can ask people on this team, how has Plexus benefited you? And they'll tell you. So I share the stories of people, like my friend Amanda doesn't have issues, I won't use that one. My friend Stacy doesn't have migraine issues anymore. So if someone has, now I've never had a migraine issue, but my friend Stacy has, and so I have all these other friends who have had migraine issues, and they'll come to me now because I'm telling the story of my friend that I know and trust, and they trust me, and I'm not making it up. That takes me to my next point of who. Now, if I tell a story about my friend Stacy who doesn't have migraines anymore, it's who I am that allows them to trust me with that. So you have to make sure that your people, your audience, has a reason to trust you. Why should they listen to you? Do they believe that you're making up this story about your friend Stacy with the migraine? Do they know you are trustworthy? Are you inspiring them to want what you have? Are you inspiring them to make a life change based on the way that your life is? And that comes with making posts on Facebook or social media that are positive, that show that your life is something that people would want. And I'm not trying to say like pretend that your life is fabulous, because that's not it. That's not relatable. No one has a perfect life. I don't care who you are. No one has a perfect life. But people on God's green earth desire connection. People desire authenticity. That's why people go to church. That's why I go to church. I desire connection. I desire authenticity. And people are looking for that. And if they find it in you, then they have more reason to trust what you say, because you are being authentic. You're being a connector with them. And outside of Plexus, it's just good to be an authentic person. It's good to practice that. It's good to practice connecting with people and being in relationship with people. It will take you a long way, not even talking about Plexus, but it will take you far in life. So we are trying to promote a lifestyle that is desirable. Now, if you say to people, Plexus is so great, and you're holding like a donut in your hand, that's kind of counterintuitive. So we want to model this lifestyle of health and wellness, because we are promoting health and wellness, because that also gives them a reason to trust you whenever you say that my friend so-and-so lost this much weight. They know that you're not making it up. They know that you're not going to lie to them. Trust is a huge, huge thing, because people Okay, I'm going to ask another group question because I want to know your answers. When you think about the people who inspire you, inside of Plexus, outside of Plexus, the people who inspire you, what characteristics do they have? What do you notice in them? I'm going to give you some think time, maybe 5 seconds, and then I'm going to unmute you. What characteristics do you notice in your mentors? And just shout it out.
Confidence.
They're motivating.
Motivating.
Sincerity.
What?
Sincerity.
Sincerity.
Trustworthy.
Passionate.
Yeah. Positive. Genuine.
Okay, those are awesome. I'm going to go ahead and go again. Okay, so we have confidence, motivating, sincerity, trustworthy, passionate, positive, genuine. And I was thinking bold. I am drawn to bold people. I like that. I want to be like that, and so I like that. So I want you to look at your Facebook profile. Are you exhibiting these qualities? Are you being confident? Are you being motivating? Are you being trustworthy? Are you showing that in the snapshot of your life, your Facebook feed of your profile? Are you showing those things? Because those things that you're showing are what will attract people to you. Because if you see that in someone else and you aspire to be like that, someone's going to be looking at you thinking, Shelby has courage, Debbie is genuine, Tiffany is bold. You have got to embody the qualities that you admire in other people, and that is what gets people to turn to you when they have a need or want, rather than going to someone else, because they admire you. And you got to not, I want to say build yourself up, but like you have to actually be confident. You have to be motivating. You can't just be like, hey, I'm super confident, but not really, it's just on social media. Don't do that. We don't promote fakeness. Like, be really, really real with that. And so that comes with personal development. Personal development is huge. You can't pour from an empty cup. You just can't. And so if you are filling yourself up, if you are being trustworthy and working on being more trustworthy, being more genuine, being more authentic, having joy, peace, and love, and those fruits of the Spirit, I think that personal development and then my Christian walk go hand in hand, because the fruits that come from the Spirit in me are love, are joy, are peace, are those qualities that people admire. And it's not me that they're admiring, but it's Jesus that lives in me and is brought out through me. So I think that is something that I aspire to do, and not because of Plexus, but that's just like a life thing that is good to have in life, the fruits of the Spirit. So develop from within. These are some practical things you can do to be inspiring, be authentic, or be attractive, I guess, not physically, but attractive to people. Develop from within. And on your Facebook posts, be picky about them. Go for those big wow moments. And I don't want you to think, oh, I can't post on Facebook because it's not a wow moment. But think about when you're posting. Don't post at 11:59 p.m. and think that you're going to get 15 comments, because no one's awake. Well, some people are probably awake, but not a lot of people. You got to think about when you're posting as well as what you're posting. Go for those big, big moments that will make someone stop, because you're competing on Facebook with funny cats and memes. Someone's got to have a reason to look at you. So make people post on Facebook that makes people go, whoa, what was that? Make them stop. Because, when you're scrolling, it's like this. But make them stop. Give them a reason to slow down and read what you have to say, or at least look at what you have to say. We have to get better at saying the right words associated with our post. I was really bad at this at the beginning. I would say I would shoot a picture and have a long post. But again, people are scrolling most of the time. They scroll Facebook just like this. So we have to communicate our message in a very short amount of words, if at all possible, because nobody likes to hit see more and read a paragraph, but short and sweet. And that Wellness from Within group that we have is designed for those people who want to read paragraphs about BioCleanse or ProBio 5. So that is where, if people are interested, get them in that group. If they want to read all about it, by all means, they're in a group, go ahead and do that. But for Facebook posting, keep it short and sweet, if at all possible. Now, sometimes those long paragraphs have their place, but for the general rule, keep it short and sweet, have an engaging picture. And Carissa in her video talks about how to do that better, natural lighting, that kind of stuff. People join you. People do not join Plexus because Plexus is awesome. They don't even know it's awesome till they join, but they join you because they like you. It's all about relationships. It's all about friendships. It's all about how you pour into other people. You have to be a friend if you want friends. That's just, I had to learn that the hard way, but I didn't learn that until I was like 23 years old, I guess. But you have to be a friend if you want friends. They're not going to come knocking on your door wanting to hang out with you. You have to make an effort. So that's being able to market your products. And we primarily market on social media. And I think people are the most unfamiliar with marketing on social media. So I wanted to specifically target that at this call. But there are other ways to market. You can have people in your house for home parties. You can go to a trade show. There are other ways to market, but I didn't want to talk about that tonight for time reasons. Okay, so talking to people about your products is also key. We have marketing and talking to people. You cannot do one without doing the other and be successful. There are people who think, oh, I'll just post on Facebook all day, every day. That is not going to work. You're not going to grow your business like that. You may get a few customers here and there, but overall, the longevity of your business is not going to grow. And you can talk to people all you want till you're blue in the face, but if you're not marketing, your marketing is like your open for business sign. You got to be marketing constantly, consistently, and you got to be talking to people. And the biggest mistake is telling people what you have before you know what they want. I was so bad about this at first. I would get so excited. I'd be learning about Plexus, and I'd message my friend, and I'd say, hey, have you heard of Plexus? It's all natural products, and it helps with blood sugar and inflammation and gut health. And if you have any questions, I'm so happy to help you. It's like, whoa, girl. Like, this person didn't even ask me for my info. Like, they didn't even ask me, and I'm messaging them because maybe they liked a post or something. And I'm like, ooh, I have all these things for you. But we have to slow down, scale back. Connection is the most important thing. So I think that when we associate pushy and salesy, I think that what I did at the beginning, telling people what I have before figuring out what they want, that's pushy. That is what we do not want to do. We want to figure out what they want first and then say what we have to help them. And that comes with asking questions. But before we even ask questions, we have to make a connection. So you make a connection first. Be a friend first. Then, when you are a friend, find out if you can help them. Find out what they're having a problem with, if they're having problems. And that comes with asking questions. How are you doing? How are you feeling? And most of the time, people will allude to the fact that, oh, my allergies are terrible, or oh my gosh, my stomach's hurting, or my kids have been sick. Something usually comes up and you're like, oh my goodness, I can help with that. So the way I do it, cold messaging, I guess, I showed some people this on the Gold Digger page. If you're interested in gold, we have a Gold Digger page, and we'll probably be recirculating that every few months. But I was so scared to reach out to this girl who had liked my post because she's so intimidating to me. She's just awesome, you know? And so I was nervous to talk to her about Plexus, but instead of asking her about Plexus first, I reached out to her. I hadn't talked to her since high school, and I complimented her. You can never go wrong with complimenting anyone. Everyone likes to be complimented. And I wasn't really intending for her to talk to me about Plexus. I was honestly just thought this will be fun to make a connection. But, and honestly, if she would never have talked to me about Plexus, I would have thought, well, I kind of liked telling her that she's awesome. That was kind of fun for me. But she did. She messaged me back and said, I want to try Plexus. And she just bought the triplex tonight. But like that all came from getting over the fear of, what do I say to this person? I'm going to tell you, always go with complimenting. And if it never goes to Plexus, at least you're complimenting someone. That's pretty fun. Compliment for a reach out message. If it never goes anywhere, that's okay. If it goes somewhere, then it's the turn to ask questions. See how they're doing in life. See what's going on with them. See how you can help. And people buy things to either reduce their anxiety or to get more out of life. So you got fear and passion. If you can figure out their fears or their passions or what they want, you can help them with that. And we can offer a solution for their problems. So what I usually do with this is I talk about how, if someone has an issue, like this girl who messaged me about Plex, or this intimidating girl, she's like, you know what, I'm super interested in gut health because I have digestive issues. Well, I had no idea. We don't talk about that on Facebook publicly, or most people don't. So as soon as she said that, I'm like, I can help you with that. I know that I can. I have these products and I can help you with that. That's what I do. Now that is not salesy. That is not sleazy. That is helping people. And I think that selling appears to be kind of manipulative, like giving the perception that what I have is more valuable than it actually is. And I feel like that could be a perception that you have if you don't believe what you have is actually valuable. Then I think that is manipulation. But if you actually believe that what you have, what we have in the products and what we have in the business is valuable, then that is not manipulative at all. That is not salesy at all. That is having a genuine care for the person on the other side of the screen, on the other side of the table, knowing that you have something that can help them. It's either the products or it's the business. There's so many people that struggle with finances. There's so many people that struggle with health, and we have the ability to help with both. So for the new people who are just trying Plexus and they're like, oh, I don't want to sell anything. Well, I would ask you, what has Plexus done for you? Has it given you better sleep? Has it given you less sugar cravings? Do you know anyone that could help with that? I mean, do you know anyone who could use better sleep, who could have clearer skin? Do you know anyone? Because you can help that person. And how awesome it is that you get to help them with that. That is not selling at all. That is having the best interest of your friends and family and the people in your life, having their best interest at heart, and then helping them solve their problems of GI issues, their problems of cystic acne. They have problems of debt. My goodness, we can help so much with that. And it's just believing that we can. To be effective and successful in this, you have to believe passionately in the products and the business, both of them. You have to be believing that what we have is important, because it is important. It is life-changing and it is awesome, but you've got to believe that. I think that if you don't believe that, then you will come across as pushy. You will come across as desperate. Like, I need 5 more people, please. Like, no one likes that. No one likes that, because that comes across as desperate. But if you truly believe that you have something to offer someone, you will not seem desperate. You will not be pushy. You will not be salesy. So you kind of have to think of your mission. What's your mission? Why are you doing Plexus? Is your mission that I'm going to help so many people? Or is your mission that there are so many people that I know who hate their jobs? They hate their jobs. They don't like their coworkers. They don't like their bosses. And my job is fun. And I know that I can rescue these people from their pit jobs that they hate, and they can come to a work environment that is not stressful and super fun. I mean, you kind of just have to, you could have both of those missions if you want, but you have to figure out what's your goal, what's your mission, what are you doing, why are you doing Plexus, and then share that with people. I want to tell you of a story that happened to me a few days ago to wrap this up. I have two babies, one 4-year-old, one 2-year-old, both boys. They're awesome. But when I was pregnant, okay, they were also huge. Mason was 8 pounds, 13 ounces. Connor was 9'5". When I had them, my stomach, I was all baby out in front, and my stomach muscles split open like this. So instead of having abs like this, they're like this. So for 4 years, I have had a split stomach. I didn't know what to do about it. I looked online at workouts, but I still couldn't really figure out how to close it. So I just kind of worked out as usual and carried on. But I met with a personal trainer 3 days ago who's certified in postnatal exercises, and she told me what to do. And she also told me what I had been doing was actually making my stomach worse, making my ab muscles worse. And I'm like, great. But I didn't know what I didn't know, much like the people who we talk to about Plexus have no idea what they don't know. They have no idea what could help them. They have no idea we even exist. They don't even know the products exist half the time. So with my personal trainer, she said, okay, I'm going to give you these exercises. I'm going to show you how to do it. I am here to help you be successful with this. I'm giving you the tools to be successful, but it's going to be up to you to put them into practice. I cannot make you work out. You're going to have to do that. And I thought, this is what we do. This is what I do. We do the same thing. You're a personal trainer at the gym, but in my Plexus business, I know that what I have is going to help you. Just like my personal trainer knew that her knowledge of closing my stomach would help me. She didn't sell a dime to me. I wanted what she had because I knew that she could help me. When you are talking to someone and you know you can help them, that's not selling. They want what you have because they're confident that you are the expert on gut health. You are the expert on blood sugar, inflammation. You are the Plexus expert. And if you're not a Plexus expert, you have an upline that is. And that's okay too. Use your resources. And we also, and I've started telling people now, we give you the tools, we give you the products, but I cannot make you take them. I cannot put the BioCleanse in your mouth and make you swallow it. I can't do that. I tell people, my customers and my ambassadors, it is up to you. This is a tool for you to help with your issues of whatever we talked about. But it's up to you to take them. And I am here as a support for you to help you be successful. Because when people know that you're going to link arms with them and be successful, they're going to stick with you. My personal trainer calls me, texts me, see how I'm doing. Are you doing the exercise right? Do you have any questions? She is on top of it. That's the kind of service that we need to give to our customers and ambassadors. Link arms with them. Help them know that you want them to be successful with this, and give them the confidence that you have the ability to make that success happen. And with that, that is not selling. That is helping them out and knowing that you can help them out. Does that make sense? Did that personal trainer story, whenever I met with her, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what I do. I'm a personal trainer, but not really, but kind of, I mean, health coach, I guess, but we have a product and we have an opportunity that can help people. We are the experts on it. We link arms and we help people find success. That's what we do. And that's what helps our business grow, because the more people that we're able to help, because we know what they don't know. I had no idea about gut health before Plexus. I had no idea I could get rid of my allergies. Are you kidding me? That's great. I am grateful for what Carissa shared with me, because I was able to breastfeed my baby for an entire year. Are you kidding me? I'm not mad about her selling. She didn't sell me a dime. I wanted it because I knew what it could do. Similarly, When people know what they didn't know before and they hear it from you, you are helping them. I got fired up about that. I love talking about this because I, for a long time, did not have belief in the products and the business. I had belief in the products, but I thought selling was kind of still like, oh, I don't really want to do that. But when I came to the point of realizing that selling is not what I do, helping people is what I do. I know about gut health. They don't. My job is to educate and inform and then show them that what I have is what they need and what they want. I do that through social media. I do that through reaching out. I talk to people about it and they're like, oh my gosh, I want what she has. And that is not selling. So do you guys have any questions? Hit me with anything. I'm literally an open book. I'm going to unmute you all. Do you find something that you're struggling with or something that you're having like a roadblock or something? No one?
What would you suggest, Jana, for somebody that's just starting out? Maybe they've been on the product for a little while, contemplating on sharing, but just too scared to get out and share. Is there sometimes? I mean, I know you've gone over a bunch of stuff, but I don't know what I'm really trying to say, but something that would help them just kind of get out and really want to share besides, I know try to help somebody, but I don't.
Yes. Okay. I think I understand what you're saying. Before I started sharing, I'm going to mute everyone again just so I can hear. Before I started sharing, I was very scared to share because I didn't want people to see me as those people, plain and simple. But I had to ask myself, and you can do this with your person who is starting to share, but they're scared. Fear can hold you back from so many things that are awesome. And fear is most of the time all in your head. Fear is between the ears. I don't know if I just made that up, but that's pretty good. Fear is between the ears. And so what I had to ask myself, and honestly, my husband did this. He said, all right, what are you afraid of? Posting on Facebook. What are you afraid of? And I was like, well, I don't want people to not like me. Okay, if people don't like you, then what? Like, well, okay. And it was like this whole, okay, then what? All right, worst case scenario, then what? Then what? Then what? And it got down to the point that the people I was afraid of not liking me are not the people that I want in my life anyway. Like, those are not my friends because people know my true intentions. And so I knew that people knew me, and I knew that I was dead set on doing Plexus differently. I wanted to be personal, tell my story. I would encourage your ambassador to share his or her story. People care about stories. They don't care about graphics. They just don't. That's another ad that they're going to scroll through. They want to hear how it affects you. They want to hear how these products work for you. They want to hear how the compensation plan works for you or your friend. Like, you can use me. You've seen my face. You know me. Use me. Use these people. Use your team. Use their stories. But I would definitely say that if she comes from a place that is about helping other people. Now, another thing that I wanted to say earlier that I forgot to say is most of the time when people are those pushy, tacky, desperate, vulture, they are very self-seeking, self-serving. When you turn the mirror around and you look outward and you say, okay, I'm invested in you. I am not concerned with my well-being, but the well-being of you. People are going to be attracted to that. If you put out there, and I know I've seen this from even some Plexus people, not necessarily this team, but other companies do this, like, I need 5 more people to reach my goal. That turns me off. It may not be a turn off for you, but that turns me off because I think, I'm just a number to you. Like, I'm just a number to get to a goal for you. That I don't ever want to make anyone feel like they are just a means to an end. And I think that's what sometimes the desperate people come across as, like, I need you to help me, when really it is you need me to help you. Let me help you with this because I know that I can. I know it's helped me with this. I know it's helped my friends with this. I know it's helped, with health and finances. That's a super long answer to your question, Becky. I'm sorry about that. But does that help at all? Sweet.
Yes, it does help, at least from what I've been listening to. I do have a few people that have just been scared to share because they're afraid of what people are going to think, or they don't want to be salesy. Even in my personal experience, sharing, there is actually somebody I reached out to with a business that I did previous, and she thought that she was just another number for me. And so I had to explain to her it wasn't about that. And so once I explained to her it wasn't about that, then she was, oh, okay. Well, then she felt better talking to me, and she opened up to me more. And I just, like I told her, I'm here to help you. I'm not here to, you're not just another number for me.
Right.
I want you to know that I'm being sincere. It's not like it was when we did the other thing together. It's not about the number. It's not about the, I didn't want her to feel that way. So with me explaining that to her, then she was more open to me. So that did help.
Yeah.
Hopefully it helped other people on here.
Yeah, I hope so. No one likes to be sold to. I mean, think about it. You don't like to be sold to. You sure don't get on Facebook to be sold to. But if you knew that, okay, let's say you had a baby and your stomach split wide open and you knew there was someone to help you with that. I mean, I paid her, but does it, she's making money off me. Should I not trust her because she's making money off me? Are you kidding? No, that is not, that's how some people think, oh, they're not going to trust me because they're making money off of me. They're making money from you because you're an expert at what you do. You are a personal trainer now. You are a health trainer. You know something that they don't. And so use your knowledge to help them with that. That's how I see it. I hope that you think of this personal trainer mentality and that helps you, because that was a huge analogy for me that I could connect and say, I'm paying her for this, but she's helping me and she's good at it, but it's up to me to do the work to get my stomach together. I hope that's helpful. Do you guys have any more questions? I'm going to unmute you.
Yeah, I have a question. I was wondering, so I have a lot of friends that do Advocare and Miriam and Singular and, XYZ or whatever. And so okay, I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say here. So a lot of people that don't do those companies or don't do Plexus, they'll look at it and say, oh, another health company. Or is this really going to work? How is your products better than Advocare? How is this better than Singular? Well, I don't know how to answer that question because I don't know anything about Advocare. I don't know anything about Singular. So I don't know how to say, well, Plexus is better because this, or that, because I don't know anything about anybody else's stuff. So, and I've heard, I'm not saying that Plexus is the only thing that's positive for anything, but how do I communicate with people like that?
I'm so glad that you said that, because I have been in the same boat. I don't know anything. I haven't even heard of Singular. I thought that was a phone company when you said that. I think the best thing is to be honest with people and say, and this is what I've said, I don't know about XYZ. I don't know about that. But what I do know is that Plexus helps with, and I use BIG, blood sugar, inflammation, and gut health. It helps with those three things. Myself and my friends have had amazing results, and I would absolutely love to share them with you if you're ever interested, or if you know anyone that has blood sugar issues, inflammation issues, gut health issues, I am more than happy to help them with that. So I don't always say Plexus is better, even though I know Plexus is better. And sometimes I do say, well, Plexus is better than that because I know that it has sucralose in it. Or if I do know some things about product XYZ, I'm like, oh, why would you drink that? But I also don't like to trash other network marketing companies because I don't want anyone to trash what I do. And so I don't really want to trash what they do. I just say that what I am confident in is that I know Plexus products work. I know that they work for people who stick with it for 60 to 90 days. I know they work, and I know that it could work for you. So I would say be confident in what you know and don't necessarily dwell on what you don't know, because you don't know what you don't know. You know? And so the honesty is always the best policy with that.
Okay, and how do I talk to the people that are very skeptical about, because not all, but some will say, well, you know, another health program, and they're very skeptical, thinking, well, I've done this and it didn't work. I done Thrive and it didn't work. I did Advocare and it didn't work. So I don't even want to try this because I've tried all these others and they don't help. So why would I want to try this?
Right. So for that, I would ask questions about that, because I love asking questions, because it does two things. It gets me off the hook for trying to keep the conversation going, and it gives me more information to work with. So in that instance, if you're like, I've tried all these things, I would say, tell me more about what you did when you were with Thrive. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about what does that mean when you did Advocare? Does that mean you took a diet pill and expected to lose weight while you're sitting on the couch? Like, what did you do? Because I can guarantee if they're wanting to see result, like what results were you looking for when you did Thrive? What results were you looking for when you did Advocare, and what did you do to try to get those results? Because I bet they didn't match up. Or I bet they were on the wrong product, because our products are the only ones that address blood sugar, inflammation, gut health. It's kind of like Apple stores, Mac. Whenever Steve Jobs was creating it, he was focusing on executing with excellence. You have a minimal product line, but you execute them with excellence, and you know your stuff. That's what Plexus does. We don't have a million products. We have 15, 16 products, and we do them well. And we focus on the three things that are such an issue to the root of a lot of gut or a lot of health issues. We focus on that. That's what we do. And so that's our bread and butter, is focusing on what works and executing with excellence. Does that help?
Yeah, that helps.
Can I add to that a little bit, Jana?
Yeah.
There is, for information, I'm always looking for different videos or information on what I can give different people. And one thing I've found is, I'm trying to remember her name, but she's a diamond, and she's made several videos about, you know, the difference between Advocare and, you know, Plexus, or different companies, and what we have in our products. And I can find that and post it on here later for everybody. But that's one thing that I've noticed, that when I send to people, when they're asking about the difference between Advocare and our products or other products in our products, I send that to them, and it's got like 3 or 4 different videos connected to it. And so then once they watch those videos, then it answers their questions, and they're like, okay, well, that makes sense. Or I find a video of a question that they're asking me, and I send it to them, and I said, if you can watch this for me, and then we can talk afterwards, let me know what you think about it, and then we'll talk about your issues and how I can help you with them. And that's what I usually do, and that helps me. But
That brings up another point, because you did that. You researched on your own. That is huge. I mean, if you're stumped about a question, there are so many YouTube. I think it's Rachel Rogers that you're talking about. She's done a lot of comparisons about.
yes, it's Rachel Rogers. That's it.
She's great. She's great to watch.
Yeah.
There's so many people who have videos about objections, or videos about how is Plexus different from this or that. But that's so awesome that you went out and you went looking for that. I Google so much stuff, but YouTube is really a good resource for looking at Plexus and what do I say to this, what I do in this situation. There are so many diamond tutorials, I guess, learning from those people. They're diamonds, they're at the top. We got to figure out what they did to get there, and how can we get there too by doing what they did. Let's not reinvent the wheel here. Also, I wanted to show you in your back office, because some people don't know where this is. It's kind of, it may be hard to find, but I'm going to show you your knowledge base, your back office stuff. Share screen. Okay, here it is. Desktop. Share screen. Okay, here is my back office. Your back office looks similar. Go to Tools, Tools, Library. Go all the way down. There's all this stuff you could read, the Plexus Away. Here at the very bottom is your knowledge base. Boom. Oh, I don't have permission to carry out this action. What in the world? Okay. Someone on here. I don't have permission to carry out this action. Well, this would generally be where the questions are. This is embarrassing. What happened here? So normally this would work, but apparently it's not. The support center login is not. Well, here it is, guys. This is where you would find all this information about the products and block and BioCleanse and whatever. Maybe it'll work for you. I hope that it does. Hold on a second. Let me go back to where I was. More. Stop share.
Jana,
Sorry.
it
Yes.
probably wouldn't let you share because they don't, it probably would, because you were sharing a screen, it probably didn't want you to show it because in case you're showing someone you shouldn't be showing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Okay,
that's
well,
probably why it didn't let you
That's
do
where
it.
it is.
I tried
Tools.
looking at it the other day and it didn't work for me either. It said, sorry, you don't have permission.
Well, that's weird, but that's where it normally would be. That knowledge base is huge for knowledge, like is everything GMO free or whatever, just any kind of information. It's all in your back office. So that's super helpful. And they're in the product cards in your welcome pack. They're on those too. There are so many resources that are available to you if you just look for them. Your sponsor, your upline's not going to know all of your questions. I'm sure we could answer all your questions, but you will learn better if you teach yourself. I learned that when I was teaching. If I had to figure out a problem and I learned it myself, I could teach it a lot better when I learned it rather than someone just telling me the answer. Any more questions? This has been so much fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this has been informative, give me a thumbs up. If this has been helpful for you, sweet. This is great. Any more questions? Take a look at your Facebook profile tonight. I want you to notice, are you being trustworthy? Are you coming across as someone who is confident? Are you confident? Are you investing in yourself so that you can pour into other people? Are you telling people stories? Are you telling people stories on Facebook? Are you telling your story? Are you wanting to help as many people as possible? Are you their trainer? You are the expert. They don't know what they don't know, but you do. So get out there and help people. Y'all are awesome. I am going to get off here, but this has been so great. I want to do these more because I want to see y'all all the time. I hope y'all have a good night, and I will talk to you later. Bye.